म अस्ति I met my lawyer okay a week ago right अनि मलाई अहिले
यो कामको लागि
for my business right so अनि मेरो अहिले main challenge one of my main challenges के छ भन्दाखेरि how am I going to take money from people living outside Nepal if I'm planning to go international with my music I also need a place where I can collect all the money I make right अनि नेपालको लले चाहिँ के भन्छ भन्दाखेरि a Nepali citizen is not allowed to invest outside Nepal we're not allowed to invest money outside Nepal त्यसको logic I told Satish that's the name of my lawyer I told him like dude what the fuck I want to invest outside right and he's like millaina and I was like why it's like the law
you want to invest outside or you want to go ahead and be able to go ahead and like sell your music outside
either or because to be able to sell my music too I'll also have to invest some money I cannot just be like ल मेरो गीत स्पोटिफाईमा हाल्ने त पैसा इन्भेस्ट गर्नुपर्छ मार्केटिङ गर्नु नि त इन्भेस्ट गर्नु पऱ्यो नि त एट द एन्ड अफ द डे त राइट यु क्यानट जस्ट बी लाइक अमेरिकामा नेस्टीको गीत आएछ सुनिदिउँ भन्ने खालको त हुँदैन नि त इमिडिएटली
अरूले के गर्छ लाइक छिमेकी मुलुकमा चाहिँ के हुँदैछ हैव यु एभर लुक्ड एट थिंग्स लाइक
आई हेभ छिमेकी मुलुकमा इट्स भेरी इजी बिकज लाइक उनीहरूलाई त्यो प्रतिबन्ध नै लगाएको छैन नि त
जस्तै चाइनाको आर्टिस्टहरू बाहिर छ इन्टरनेसनल
चाइनाको आर्टिस्टहरू अलिकति डिफिकल्ट छ चाइनाको आर्टिस्टहरू चाहिँ मोस्ट चाइनाबाट त्यस्तो सक्सेसफुल आर्टिस्ट धेरै थाहा छैन मलाई
थाहा छैन चाइनामा हिप हप छ होला नि
अलिअलि छ मैले एउटा सर्टेन पोइन्टमा आइएम नट स्योर अबाउट दिस बट ब्यान भएको भन्ने नि सुनेको छु चाइनामा होइन बट चाइनिज आर्टिस्टहरू अर लाइक यो मोस्ट एसियन आर्टिस्टहरू चाहिँ हायर ब्रदर्स अर समथिङ भन्ने एउटा लेबलमा साइन छ मोस्ट आर्टिस्टहरू चाहिँ
चाइनिज
इट्स नट चाइनिज इट्स Indonesian त्यो part of the Asia part they're based there
त्यहाँ पनि हिप हप छ नि हैन
they have crazy I have fans in Philippines who are listening to my English and they're like nasty
fans
I have fucking
Philippines
I'm surprised myself people text me I'm from Philippines I listen to music I'm like are you serious
what
are you crazy like I know right but again coming back to this thing about our country not allowing us to invest money outside uनको logic because the only way a government talks to your people the people is through law that's their way of communication that's the guideline they said यो गर यो नगर so डलर बाहिर नेपालबाट बाहिर इन्भेस्ट गर्न रुपियाँ इन्भेस्ट गरेर भएन डलर इन्भेस्ट गर्नु पऱ्यो बिकज द्याट्स द करेन्सी द्याट वर्क्स अनि नेपालीले बाहिर डलर इन्भेस्ट गर्न पाएन बिकज बिजनेस गरेर डुबाउन सक्छ बिजनेस गरेर डुबायो भने के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो राष्ट्रिय ढुकुटीमा डलर सकिरहेछ सो डलर पुरै सक्यो भने देश डुब्छ भन्ने तनावले गर्दाखेरि वी आर नट अलाउड टु इन्भेस्ट आउटसाइड भनेर मलाई भन्यो उसले एन्ड आम लाइक डुड आम नट इभन ट्राइङ टु इन्भेस्ट डलर्स
सो तिम्रो आइम जस्ट ट्राइङ टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड दिस सो द्याट एभ्रीबडी अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड दिस पर्सपेक्टिभ होइन तिम्रो अब यो नयाँ एल्बम लेट्स टक अबाउट दिस एल्बम होइन तिमीलाई यो एल्बम चाहिँ गएर स्पोटिफाईमा राख्नु छ अथवा तिमीलाई यो एल्बम गएर चाहिँ इन्टरनेसनली पुर्याउनु छ
इन्टरनेसनली पुर्याउनु छ होइन अनि स्पोटिफाईमा राख्नु इज वान अफ द वेज आई वान्ट टु डु इट त्यो त डेफिनेटली त्यो त बाइ डिफल्ट
गर्छौ नै डेफिनेटली युट्युबमा पनि मोस्ट प्रोबब्ली राख्छौ नै
बट वी आर अल्सो बिल्डिङ अ वेबसाइट जुनमा चाहिँ मैले मेरो रिसेन्ट एल्बम चाहिँ रिसेन्ट एल्बम नै भनौँ क्रान्ति भन्ने एल्बम निकालेको थिएँ मैले त्यो चाहिँ म फर्स्ट एभर सोलो नेपाली एल्बम थियो मेरो त्यो चाहिँ मैले एक्सक्लुजिभली मेरो वेबसाइटमा मात्रै हालेको थिएँ
What's your website, brother?
iCrown.com. अहिले it's down because we are maintaining it. We are upgrading it right now for the new projects that are coming in. EYECRWN.com मा छ थियो होइन अनि त्यसमा चाहिँ we integrated e-सेवा अनि we also had a make do solution for phone pay and everything. जब त्यहाँनिर मैले डलरमा पैसा लिनुपर्ने सिचुएसन आयो त्यसपछि I didn't have a lot of assistance अनि I was trying to find solutions अनि a lot of people in my circle will say तिम्रो कोही साथी होला नि त अस्ट्रेलियामा उसको पेपाल युज गर and I get you तर मलाई त्यो जुगाड चाहियो होइन क्या I need a permanent sustainable solution मैले मेरो 13 years of career मा धेरैवटा जुगाडहरू ट्राई गरिसकेँ क्या मैले at this point in my life I need something sustainable that's
so that it's going to benefit you and benefit everybody
generations after me
there's such a fantastic app called Noodle do you know about that?
I know about Noodle.
I know. How is Noodle doing by the way?
Noodle is doing pretty good. Noodle ma pani locally मात्रै transaction गर्न मिल्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई as far as
are you on Noodle?
I am not on Noodle yet.
You're not on Noodle yet.
Because the moment I decide to do a website, I'm a direct competitor of Noodle. No.
If you decide
if I decide to sell my music through a website or an app, now I'm in direct competition with Noodle. So I've not put my music on Noodle yet. I might this album किनभने मेरो चाहिँ हरेक एल्बमको लागि I think differently for marketing how am I going to make it available to my listeners भनेर क्रान्तिको चाहिँ वाज नेपाली एल्बम सो ई-सेवा मात्रै भयो भने नेपालको मान्छेले मात्रै सुन्ला नि त भन्ने सोच भएर मैले ई-सेवा मात्रैमा I launched it.
You want to go global?
I definitely want to go global. अहिलेसम्म मलाई मेरो आफ्नै प्रडक्टले साथ नदिएको हो मेरो आफ्नै त्रुटि कमजोरीहरूले गर्दाखेरि because I had a lot to learn. Now I have mastered the aesthetic to a certain degree. I read this quote. It goes An amateur does it till they get it right. A master does it until they can't get it wrong. So I think I'm at a point where I'm doing it where I can't get it wrong at this point.
You feel like you're a master now?
I know I'm a master now.
After how many years?
After 12 years at the least.
12 years. 12 years you're working on this.
And that is because I work too much. It might take more for people to really master this craft. Any craft actually, not just rapping. Like, for example, doctor boy, doctor huna certain degree gara graduate bhayo doctor bhayo tara timi राम्रो doctor huna you'll need to be in the field and work for 10-12 years. The muscular memory must store.
It's called practicing.
It is practicing. The greats weren't great because at birth they could paint. The greats were great because they paint a lot.
So 12 years, give or take, like you feel like when I have mastered my craft.
I know I have mastered it now. I know I have mastered it now because I have, for so many years, I've listened to my music and other people's music and I've criticized myself and other people, and now I can listen to my shit and be like, okay, it's good enough. I'm not saying this is the best I can do. Never. I'm never going to say that. I still listen to this album like shit. The producer of this album, co-producer, I also co-produced. There's a few composers involved in it, and main beat make gareko like sabai session host gareko producer bhayeko naam चाहिँ Riot Cobain, that's his stage name, right? And every time we do a song, we go upstairs, listen in my room, we're listening to the music, and we're like, next album ma yo fuck upers चाहिँ fix गर्नुपर्छ हामीले. Because we're in the moment, we do it, put it out, and then move on to the next project, improve. And then my goal is always to, every time I hit the studio, I hit the studio almost every other day. यमदाले चाहिँ के भन्नुहुन्थ्यो भन्दाखेरि तिमी दिनको एउटा पनि गीत गर्दैनौ भने तिमी कहाँको ऱ्यापर हो मुला
दिनको एउटा गीत
गर्नै पर्यो नि तिमीले. अनि आई हेभ डन दिनको एउटा गीत फर क्वाइट अ लङ टाइम. सो अहिले चाहिँ म के गर्छु भन्दाखेरि अल्टरनेट डेजमा वा 2-3 दिनको ग्यापमा जान्छु and I just do 2-3 songs, just go ballistics on it, and then we go upstairs, we listen to it, and like, ल अहिले यो गीत सक्यो, नेक्स्टमा यो इम्प्रुभ गरेर निकाल्नुपर्छ हामीले भनेर. सो द्याट प्रोसेस इज अलवेज देयर. सो अहिलेसम्म नभएको त्यसले गर्दाखेरि हो.
This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.
Thank you very much for supporting the podcast so far. And if you want to see more content, more shows, then make sure that you subscribe to our channel.